One is optoelectronics. That's things like making semiconductor lasers, IR detectors, bandpass filters, all different types of filters, and curved optics. We have some new technology that we're using for curved optics right now. Another market is display. We do encapsulation, we do AR coatings, anti-reflective coatings, anti-fingerprint coatings, and all sorts of other coatings that make the material more durable, more rugged. And the last one would be microanalysis. There we have both sample preparation equipment. That's equipment to put thin films on samples before they go into a scanning electron microscope. And also failure analysis equipment. That's a recent product that we acquired from a company called 4Wave. And we use that to actually delayer chips, semiconductor chips, one layer at a time until we get to the area of interest. So that could be used, imaging or scanning electron microscopes could be used afterwards to look at the area of interest to find a defect. I think there's a lot of new applications in compound semi, and in particular one is silicon carbide. Is a specialty wafer and substrate used for power electronics. They'll put different compound semiconductors sometimes on the silicon carbide. One problem with silicon carbide wafers is their yield is very low, and we see a potential application of being able to smooth the surface to get a higher yield. So yield might go up from 50% to 60 or 7%, which is tremendous for the manufacturers because they can put more devices on each of the individual wafers. I would say optoelectronics is our bread and butter. That's where Denton has been involved for a large number of years with our expertise in optical coatings. We have some proprietary technology in how we control ion energy separately from ion current density. We see a number of applications that we can apply that technology to solve customer problems. So we'd be expanding into display technologies, and there's a wide array of applications for that, including encapsulation, where we can use the ion energy for inorganic and organic layers. There's also advanced semiconductor processing, where the ion energy control could be used to be able to build very thin barrier layers or very low resistivity contacts. And we also see the potential in power electronics, being able to use the ion energy to have a low energy but high current density to be able to smooth wafers. So that's another potential application we could expand into. One of the investment areas for the CHIPS Act is in the National Semiconductor Tech Center. And I could see Denton working together with other companies to develop new technologies for semiconductor manufacturing. Both in advanced semiconductor manufacturing and manufacturing chips of a mature technology node. We're going to be looking for partners to work with together in the National Semiconductor Technology Center to exploit those funding opportunities and grants. One other aspect that they're looking for is to work on workforce development. And we're working with Rowan University and possible programs to work together for CHIPS Act funding to help develop the skilled laborers that you're going to need to work in the semiconductor industry. The important thing, I think, for us is always being a technology leader. Being the first to market with new technology that solves customer problems is very important, being a leader. It's really, the most important factor for our technology in any high-tech industry is to be there first with new technology. So we're investing organically in our own technology development. We're focusing on ion energy control and plasma control. And I think that's going to be used in a large number of new markets and applications in the future. As you get closer to the atomic level, it gets more and more important to be able to control the surface properties and the interface properties of all these different materials. always looking for companies to partner with, either from a joint development program to work collaboratively to develop a new process or application for a customer. I think I mentioned earlier, we invest a lot in our own internal development. However, we also have a short list of companies that we look at that have technology that we can use in our portfolio to help extend our positioning and plasma control, whether it's ion energy or ion current density or just plasma control and different ways to control plasma. We're always looking at companies who might be able to acquire to do that. When I came on board Denton, we had a number of great products. And since coming on board, we've acquired a couple companies. So the legacy products we had when I came here, we called Gen 1 products. The products we have that since acquisition, we call Gen 2. We're now working on our third generation products, where there's some real blowout opportunities for us. If we can ramp up with some of these applications we see in the future, we could really move from being a tier 2 type of company to moving in towards a tier 1 type companies with a lot more revenue. It'll take a lot of work to scale up the company, but we're trying to put the foundation together now, my team and myself, to really be able to scale up to these larger revenue possibilities for us in the future.